unit we are going to start with the next section, laws of exponents. Now we know that for example, consider this exponential number 2 to the power 3, and this can be read as 2 to the power 3 or 2 raised to the power 3, and meaning is the number 2 is multiplied 3 times, and here 2 is the base and 3 is the power or exponent. Now for example, if you are going to multiply 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 to the power say 4, here we can see that both the bases are same. And one important thing is laws of exponent is applied only in the case when the bases are same. So here we are going to see what happens when 2 to the power 3 is multiplied by 2 to the power 4, and 2 to the power 3 means 2 multiplied 3 times, then multiplied by 2 to the power 4 means 2 multiplied 4 times, and here we can see that 2 multiplied 3 times, here 2 multiplied 4 times. So total we can see that the same number 2 is multiplied total 7 times. So we can write it as 2 to the power 7, and we can see that here the bases are same and the powers are 3 and 4, and the powers 3 and 4 when we add we will get a 7. So we can generalize 2 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 4 as 2 to the power 3 plus 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 7. Now next we are going to divide say 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 2. Now 3 to the power 5 means 3 multiplied 5 times, divided by 3 to the power 2 means 3 multiplied 2 times. Now if you cancel, we can see that 3 multiplied 3 times, and that can be written as 3 to the power 3. And here when we divide we can see that the powers are subtracted. So 3 to the power 5 divided by 3 to the power 2 can be written as 3 to the power 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3 to the power 3. Next we have 2 to the power 3 the whole power 4, and here meaning of this expression is 2 to the power 3 is multiplied 4 times. So we can write it as 2 to the power 3 multiplied 4 times. Now here again each 2 to the power 3 we can write it as 2 multiplied 3 times. So this way when we write we can see that the same number 2 is multiplied 12 times. So this can be written as 2 to the power 12, and here we can see that here we have two powers 3 and 4, and that when it is multiplied we will get 12. So 2 to the power 3 the whole power 4 can be written as 2 to the power 3 into 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 12. So here we can see that when we have two powers we are multiplying the powers, and then we will get the answer. Now we can see the laws of exponents. For any non-zero rational number x and positive integers m and n, we have x to the power m multiplied by x to the power n is equal to x to the power m plus n. It means when two numbers with the same base are multiplied, which is having different or equal exponents, then what we have to do is we have to add the power. So here we have same base x and the powers are m and n, and the numbers are multiplied. So here we can see that we will take the same base but we have to add the powers, so m plus n. Now in the case of division, here we have 3 cases, and x to the power m divided by x to the power n is equal to x to the power m minus n, where m greater than n, and when m is less than n, then the answer will become 1 upon x to the power n minus m. and we can see that when we divide numbers with the same base and same powers. So here given that we are going to divide x to the power m divided by x to the power n, and the answer is equal to 1 when m is equal to n. Here bases are same x, but the exponents are different, m and n. But when it becomes equal, that means when m is equal to n, then we can see that the answer will become 1. So, and here this can be done using the same as the first case, x to the power m minus n. When m and n are equal, then it will become x to the power 0, and that is equal to 1. And we know that when we divide same numbers, the answer will be equal to 1. Next, third one, we have x to the power m the whole power n is equal to x to the power m multiplied by n. This is called power of a power rule, because here we have two powers. So in that case, what we have to do is we have to multiply the powers. So x to the power m the whole power n is equal to x to the power m into n, m multiplied by n. Next, we have a negative exponent. When the power becomes negative, then we will take a reciprocal. So that means x to the power minus n is equal to 1 by x to the power n. And here we can say that x to the power n is the multiplicative inverse of x to the power minus n, since x to the power minus n and x to the power n, when they multiply, it will become x to the power minus n plus n, which is equal to x to the power 0, which is again equal to 1. So we know that when the product of two numbers equal to 1, then each number is called the multiplicative inverse of the other. So x to the power minus n can be written as 1 by x to the power n, and x to the power minus n is the multiplicative inverse of x to the power n, and vice versa. Now next, fifth one, we have x to the power 0 is equal to 1. And now we are going to see how we are getting x to the power 0 is equal to 1, or why x to the power 0 is equal to 1. Now we know that when we divide same numbers, we will get 1. So we will consider one example, x to the power 7 divided by x to the power 7. We know that when we divide same numbers, answer will be equal to 1. Let it be. Okay. Now we are going to apply the rule, that is division rule. Here in the second one, we can see that when we divide two numbers with the same base, and when the powers are equal, it is equal to 1. Now we are going to apply the rule as such. So here x to the power 7 divided by x to the power 7, we are going to apply the division rule. So it will become x to the power 7 minus 7. And what is x to the power 7 minus 7? It is equal to x to the power 0. And here we have seen that x to the power 7 divided by x to the power 7 is equal to 1. So we can say that x to the power 0 is equal to 1. So these are the laws of exponents. Next, we have some important result. If x and y are non-zero rational numbers and n is a positive integer, then we can have two results, x to the power n multiplied by y to the power n. Here we can see that the powers are same. Then we can write it as x into y the whole power n, since the power is common. Same way, in the case of division, we can have x to the power n divided by y to the power n is equal to x divided by y the whole power n. These two are important results, and which can be used for solving many problems. Then an important result, we have minus 1 the whole power n will be equal to positive 1 plus 1 when n is even, and minus 1 power n is equal to minus 1 when n is odd. These two are important results which can be used for solving many problems. So once again, minus 1 the whole power n will be positive when n is even, and it will be negative minus 1 when n is odd. So we can say that minus 1 multiplied even number of times, answer will be positive, and minus 1 multiplied odd number of times, answer will be minus 1.